Hey guys, Anthony here. It is Thursday, January 11th, 2023. I want to do a video on an important topic. This video that I'm going to do today is based on notes that I took from a YouTube video back in May of 2022 by Truth Unedited's channel. I'll try to find that video and put it up. I'll link it in my video. So if you wanted to go back and watch it, you can. And the video was entitled, "Is America Headed to the Next Civil War?" And I know that's a topic that's been brought up, especially as of late, going into the tail end of 2023 into 2024. There is a movie coming out, I think in the spring. Don't quote me, it's either March or April, and it is called Civil War, and it does depict America degrading and going into some type of civil war, where states secede and factions form, and you see in the video, at least the trailer that I saw, the government using the military to bomb and on American soil. So that is being pushed out there. Predictive programming, whatever you want to call it. It's something that they're telegraphing. It's something that they are pushing. And it's something that's very, should be on a lot of people's minds, because if they're pushing that narrative and we are caught either on the right or the left or whatever, either side you're going to be in trouble. Okay? So just keep that in mind as we look at some of the points that I want to make here in this video, and they're from my notes to this video. We only remember the latest news cycle. That's true. The news cycles the media tends to push us to what they want us to focus on. Okay, people are being led and provoked to anger. I don't think there's any. I think there's more. That's more true now than it was when he put this video out back in 2022. Our flesh will lead us to destruction. That's true. The next civil war will divide and destroy the country. That's true. The country's being divided by race, social classes, etc. Make sure you're spreading Father's word. Make sure you're preaching biblical truth. Again, his channel is a biblically based channel, as well as this channel, Bibles and Barbells. We are Mystery Babylon. He makes that contention. Revelation 18:7. I tend to agree with that. I think the United States, is an offshoot of Rome, as well as Great Britain is as well. And I have a lot of proof I could give you to prove that. But whatever it is, we are tied into this beast system. The United States is. Our system, our government. How tied are you to this system? So that's something you want to keep in the back of your brain. How tied are you to this beast system? There is an agenda. He gives examples of the Captain America movie, Civil War. I haven't seen any of the Captain America movies, so I wouldn't know to make a comment on that. An empire that falls from the inside will not survive. The United States to the divided states. Both sides believe they are the right side, and we see them as red versus blue. And you see the red team and the blue team. Red team, rich, Republican, capitalist, Trump supporters, MAGA. If you look up that word MAGA, you don't want anything to do with that word being on your hat or on your clothing or anything like that. You're a MAGA supporter, whatever, don't fall for that bait. There's other videos out there you can watch. Red teams are pro-gun, conservative values, right wing, KKK, NRA, etc., and mostly labeled as white. The blue team is poor, Democrat, socialist, Biden supporters, gun control, liberal values, the left-leaning, Antifa, Black Lives Matter. They depict them as black. Okay. Now here you see the two camps. They want to keep black and white fighting. That's the key. If they can keep blacks and whites fighting against each other primarily while they steal away the country, they're just happier than happy if they could do that. So the key point here is I'm not on the red team and I'm not on the blue team. And neither should you be. If you're on any one of those two teams, you're going to be in trouble going into, and now that we're into 2024. These issues are being provoked intentionally. The media pushes this agenda. I don't think you could disagree with me that the media does push the agenda or whatever they want you to feel, however they want you to think and act, the media will push it. You've seen that really, really emboldened and brazened since the tail end of 2019 through now. I don't think you could argue about that. The media tells us how we should feel. CNN versus Fox. That's what we see. Oh, I watch Fox. I watch CNN. I'm getting the truth. Either both sides think they're getting the truth when all they're getting is an agenda and a way to feel, to think, and to act. The same puppet master, I say here, uses two different strings. So CNN, Fox. Same puppet master, two different strings. Both sides push an agenda of separation. Political leaders stoke division. Excuse me, 1 minute. Political leaders stoke division. I remember when Obama was in office that he, more than anybody that I have seen in my lifetime, and I'm 60 years old, stoked racial division and really set this country back light years on the race issue. And if you don't think that's true, just go back and look at, do a history of his presidency, even through now. I mean, he's producing movies on Netflix. The latest one, Leave the World Behind, a disaster as far as predictive programming and a lot of race. If you watch the movie, you saw it in the movie. Just par for the course for them. Biden targeting MAGA Republicans in a recent speech, calling them ultra MAGA Republicans, the MAGA crowd. He's drawing the lines of separation. He's picked his administration, which falls under the Obama administration, is continuing with that lineage of, signaling out a group of people. It's even gone to the point now, at this point, where they've gone to Twitter or X, whatever it is now, and are asking for, who are all these people that commented or forwarded messages and things like that regarding MAGA or regarding conservative voting. So they want to target a group of people. That's something the Nazis do, the communists do. So we're seeing the same playbook. So you got to call it what it is. This isn't Democrat versus Republican. We're looking at an extreme part of our government that's pushing communism and fascist tactics. All they need is the right events to happen. Roe versus Wade, targeted shootings. I added in here since right now I think the number one thing is this illegal migrant crisis that we have on our hands that both the left and the right are guilty of. Yes, both the left and the right are guilty of. All our leaders are guilty of fostering this, because how do we have all these millions of people without both sides of the aisle being on the same page? And yeah, they'll play good cop, bad cop once in a while. That's par for the course. But again, you could comment on what you think, but this illegal migrant crisis, I think, is going to be the catalyst that probably starts the civil unrest in this country. And I don't think I'm wrong. Now they're taking over schools and people are being pushed to the limit. And I think that's being done on purpose to get a reaction. So they could say, see, we told you this group of people doesn't is dangerous or etc., that's what they'll use. People are being manipulated. They know they are being hypocrites. The main problem is people who are listening being led to destruction and judgment. If you're being led or listening or following or going down this road that the media, the government is pushing you down, in the end it's going to lead to disaster for you. That's basically what he was trying to get across in this video. Our country glorifies satanic values. I don't think that's a reach. We could go into a whole nother video on that, but our country embraces satanic values. We're not this God-fearing country that you think we are. As a whole, we embrace satanic values, pagan traditions, etc. I've done many videos on that, so please go back and watch those before you make any comments. I do not attach myself or my family to the moral issues of this country. No thanks. Speak Yah's word and do what it says. That's what you need to do. For a believer, the way we influence the world is through our lifestyle and our conduct. We are the light of the world and influence the world through our intolerance of sin and sinful behaviors. People that go out with a picket sign and attach to a system that is mentally enslaving them. Just listen to the latest protesters that are shutting down highways, invading government buildings all over the country, saying free Palestine. I'm not going to get into the Jew and Palestinian issue. That's going to be another video. I'll give you a really good video that I think give you my views on that. But you have these groups the same way you had Antifa and Black Lives Matter. They're doing the same thing. It's almost as if they just changed costumes, and now they're doing what the media and the elite want you, the road they want you to go down. These people are being used as cannon fodder. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden push civil war. Make no mistake about this. They are preparing for unrest. Manufactured division and conflict. The January 6th Capitol insurrection. I think, the more that comes out about that, the more we see what a sham, what a setup that was. Division between rich and poor. People are being programmed through movies. Again, he mentioned in this video The Purge, The Kingsman. I never saw that, nor The Purge. Knowing, the movie with Nicolas Cage. I did see Leave the World Behind, and I added that to the list here. And I saw the trailer for Civil War, the upcoming movie that's coming. Predictive programming is big. Unrest will lead to the removal of U.S. as a global superpower and bring about the Great Reset. That's pretty much a done deal. That's how they're going to do it. The unrest can start with a lot of different, like I said, the migrant crisis, some type of EMP or breakdown in the electric grid, whether it's tampered with, hacked, whatever. That is definitely something that they've telegraphed for the last couple of years that they want to happen. And so I believe that's going to be a component also of the Great Reset. Issues are polarized so they can attach you. They polarize issues, then attach you. Boom, boom. And now you're labeled. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. The world is moving toward a satanic kingdom. And both the red and the blue are going to fall into that trap in this country. By standing on one side or another, you are fighting with the world, regardless if your position makes sense. Okay? If you're on the left or the right, the red, the blue, pro-Palestine, pro-Israel, whatever they want to get you against COVID, for COVID, it's just a way to label you. That's how you have to look at it, guys. They are using us as bait. You are gearing up to be a scapegoat. They're looking for scapegoats, people to point the finger on, to blame on. You're fighting a war you will lose. You're fighting a war you will lose. You're not going to win being on the blue team or the red team. You're not going to win. In the end, you're going to lose. The truth is that that what you need to be protecting is your soul and making sure that you are living for Yah, the Most High. The only one that truly matters in the end is your relationship with Yah, Yahuwah, through his son, Yahushua HaMashiach, Jesus. We believers, if you are a believer, you're called to be set apart. You're not called to be red or blue. You're called to be set apart. Satan is the god of this world. He is pulling the strings. He is the main puppet master that's directing all these other sub-masters that are out there. And now you're seeing the last, year to 2 years, UAPs, UFOs, aliens. That time we had the Chinese spy balloon. We went after these craft they said that they shot down. They landed in or crashed in Alaska or somewhere. And now we're seeing, apparitions or whatever it is at the Miami Mall on the beginning of the year, where people were running for their lives and saying they saw giants or glitches of creatures, and hundreds of police cars coming to the mall, but yet no video on the actual reason why they went there. What's going on? What's being orchestrated? How are we being played? Are Project Bluebeam coming into play? CERN. There's so many things they have on their playbook. HARP, cloud seeding. It goes on and on. What the capabilities are of this beast system and what it can do. So we're called to be set apart and not sucked into that system. Satan is the god of this world. Be a true believer by following Yah and commit your life to do his will. That's what you need to be doing. We are responsible for Yah's kingdom, not the United States. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not fight according to the flesh. 2 Corinthians 10:3 talks about that. We must not conform to this world. I think I mentioned it in my last video, Romans 12:1-2. Renew your mind. Mentally prepare for conflicts that are being promoted. Be a testimony of the living God. Do not be consumed by their wicked fire that's coming. There is a war coming. How it plays out, how it is orchestrated is anyone's guess, but there is something coming big and probably going to be catapulted or started this year. Whether it's World War III that gets us into other types of unrest within this country remains to be seen. Again, please comment what you think about is America headed for the next civil war, how it will play out. Your comments are valued. Other people read them. And please understand that not to be sucked into this system that's being fostered upon us. They have many ways of getting you sucked in. So if you're not being set apart and in the Word and following the Most High, there's a good chance you could be sucked in. Yeah, you're going to be ostracized. You're going to be laughed at if you don't take a side or if you don't conform to the world. But remember, you're not of the world. We are not of the world. Though we live in the world, we're not of the world. Okay? Thanks for watching. Stay ready. Let me know what you think. Anthony signing off. Take care.